Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday evening, Pitch Practice,
The
the
show.
show. My name is Mark, and I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here, your chief business strategist and digital plumber, helping you get those funnels hooked up online properly so you don't have any leaky leads. Speaking of leaky leads,
Yeah.
I found a plumbing company today just by happenstance because I was just checking on a lead that came through one of my clients' deal. I get notifications when they get a lead in, just so I can help them out with them and make sure they're a legit lead, right? Do a little research for them. And I like Googled the domain of the email that came through, and it didn't like pop up, but this plumbing company popped up. And I was like, let me click on it, see if this is it, because maybe they used, a different domain for their email address. And I go to the site. First, it wasn't secure, which means like it didn't load immediately because I got the warnings from Google that the site wasn't safe. Second, the site looked like it was made back in the 90s. It was an old WordPress site. Didn't even have like a decent structure to it at all for anything. And three, it was just absolutely terrible. And I put them at the top of the list to reach out to with a free mock-up of their homepage and to get them, into ClickFunnels as they teach you in the certification program. So we'll see how that goes. But I was really surprised on how quickly I was able to do it using AI and some tools. Lovable, I think, was the tool that I used that I got introduced to by the old Terry, who is it? Perry Belcher. Yeah.
Isn't Lovable like an AI app tool that you can develop apps with that everybody's talking about?
Yeah, it is. And I think it's just a skin of Claude with a little bit more features behind it, but I think it's built on Claude. Just the prompt box and the interface all look like Claude. So I was like, I signed up for the free trial. You get like 5 credits a day. And I'm going to apologize in advance if my power goes out and we lose connection here. We got a big thunderstorm just rolling through. But yeah, so I was like, I looked at it. I signed up for it, did the free trial deal, 5 credits a day, whatever. And I put in this website. I put in the audit that I did from the digital marketer GPT that I have. It says redesign this website based on the recommendations from this audit. Here's the avatar, and it rebuilt it. And I was pleasantly surprised. You want me to show it?
Yeah. What did it build?
It like rebuilt the entire homepage.
Really?
Based on the recommendations from the audit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Walk us through that and let us know. What you did. Did you have to prompt it? Does it just do this automatically?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's prompts behind it, so you got to tell it what you want it to do. But it wasn't like an extensive prompt. I said this site sucks and needs not really, but just said this is a bad site. I need you to redesign it based on this audit, and it did. So here is the here's the I don't know if you can see it now.
All right, you ready? Okay, I'm bringing it on. Let me know when you're ready.
It's up. It's ready.
All right, let's take a look at it.
So this is what it ended up designing based on the recommendations from the digital marketer homepage audit. Did a level 3 audit, which is like the world-class deal. The original page out of like 28 scored a 6 or a 10 or something like that. And this brought it up to, well, I didn't even redo it, but it should have brought it up to somewhere in the 20s. yeah, so this is what it pulled together.
All right. So what so what did it look like originally? What was the original look?
All right, so
So that is not bad. So there's that freaking M dash. And the only thing that the only thing that I get kind of concerned about when it comes to building these sites, using these tools that you will see, you'll see them out there, and they'll say, okay, vibe code. Yeah, no, that's a popular term now, right?
yep.
Vibe code your own website or vibe code your own app. And I happen to be, watching online, and I saw a comment from one of our favorite old school developers. He's been developing for a long time, and I would say that he is a knowledgeable developer. He goes by the name of Winter Jones. What's up, Winter? So yeah, of course, we both know Winter. Winter has been a developer for a long time, and he posted something on his Facebook the other day, and he said, "For everybody out there that's vibe coding, just remember the app is going to have problems." And especially, I don't know what's going on with Barnum PT. Just I know this is being blasted out to everybody, but I've seen Barnum PT go through some changes and some things being removed. I think most recently, I don't know if you saw it, Brandon, but he removed the email tool.
Hmm. Yeah,
Did you?
because and I saw a post about it, and it's because ClickFunnels changed their email setup, so it just wasn't compatible anymore, and I guess it was just too much for him to be able to fix it. Keep in mind, this guy is one guy building this app, like with no
Yeah,
other additional support. So you can't knock him if there's something a little bit buggy, but
yeah,
he is super quick and like digging into it and fixing it. So you got to give him props for that.
yeah.
The, the overall tool, I mean, there's some great things in there. I use it mainly for screenshots and getting colors and text and things like that. But there's just it's so
Well,
robust. It's almost overwhelming to dig into every little app that's what's in there.
right. But I think what he makes is the point that you think that you're going to vibe code these apps and then everything's going to go smooth. And if you don't have the experience of being a coder with his level of experience, there could be a point that comes and you're like, I don't know how to fix this. And you may not be able to get the app, the app to fix it. And I think that's one reason why you know, uh-oh.
I changed it because I wanted to show the people that if they're watching on the portrait version, what it kind of looks like on mobile. So
Okay, okay.
I just kind of shrunk it down there a little bit, and so this is kind of what the mobile deal looks like. So if you're seeing this on portrait, you might have to pull it out a little bit.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, that looks perfect. It's showing up great on the portrait. But that's just something to consider when you're vibe coding these apps, is that there's going to be a time that something's going to mess up, you know, and if you don't know how to fix it and you've got paying customers, there's going to be some friction there. Now, I just said that because I'm looking at this page, and one thing that I saw up there at the top was that freaking M dash.
Okay, yeah, the copy's not good. All right,
But
it's AI, of course, and of
right,
course it has the local marketing platitudes, which I hate. But again, I didn't dive into the whole deal and really prompt it out to exactly how I wanted it. Right. So I mean,
uh,
there's still more that would need to be done to make it come out perfect. Okay, this was just on the fly. Could I do it? Can it build it? What would it look like? And at this point, I wasn't worried about the copy. I just wanted to see the structure. I wanted to see what it would build out, what it would put out with as minimum instruction as possible, just knowing what it knows and following um, following the audit recommendations that I put in there. That's really it.
Right.
This is what the site itself looks like.
Oh, wow. And I think the site that it built is really good, though. Oh my gosh. That's the original site.
That's it. You
Oh
got
my gosh.
you got a
Oh,
menu over here to the left. And look, I'm not calling out these people, and you know, or trying to knock them or anything like that. And of course, like you can see all their information here. Don't bug them. But um, this is this is their this is their site. This is their deal. So, and
oh
again,
man.
it's not secure. Like there's just so many problems with it. It doesn't even have a an icon on the browser tab. It has like the WordPress um, icon up there. Like so, and then for Claude, since I knew like everything was like lovable, kind of looked like it was built on Claude, I just like, you know what? I don't need to pay for lovable. Let's see what Claude will do. And so this is what Claude came up with its design. So it didn't do anything as far as like the hero image and creating images, but it still uses similar copy because that was the copy built into the recommendations, and then it gives the you know the two button call to action, free estimate, call, um, full service plumbing. You know, it gives the button pops with the hover over. Um, simple as 123 or 1234. Not just another plumbing company. Neighbors, so you have that.
Testimonials, 4.7
You
stars.
can do the picture for the team. I didn't have one to feed it, so didn't put anything in there. Um, but again, the main problem, if you've ever seen the webinar that I put up, I know I need to do another one that goes through everything that's typically wrong with a local business website. Both Claude and Lovable and um, the marketing GPT from Digital Marketer used everything that was wrong, which is the local platitudes. 30 years of experience, free estimates, licensed and insured. Like that's just lazy. That's lazy marketing copy for a local business. And so if I were to do this again, which I'm most likely going to do it again, I am going to feed it the webinar information, the webinar script with that conversion equation and say, do not put in local marketing platitudes, at least at the top. Sure, you can bury them, at the very, very bottom, but not at the top because this would just look like every other local plumbing website. Like nothing really stands out. The design looks great, right? But it's just another ho hum plumbing site because the copy isn't there, and it's missing a lead magnet. It's missing a lot of features and functions that I would build into a regular build.
It's definitely an upgrade from the original site.
Oh
Have
yeah.
you fed that into the ClickFunnels AI funnel builder?
No, I have not, but I will just to see what it does.
Right. Yeah. It's yeah, I think you know what, I've gotten some mixed results from the AI funnel builder, especially recently. But I was trying to get it to create a bridge page for me, and it came back, but I realized what was wrong because I really didn't give it a lot of a lot of context. I kind of told it, take this one page and redo it. So I've gotta give it, and I think the prompt that I used, I think I told you that I used actually created this prompt based off of the proprietary method from the Funnel Builders Coaching and Certification Program, which is the ABCDE plus swipes. But
Mm-hmm.
I love that how you're going to feed it your webinar. You're going to feed it your webinar to give it the context and actually guide it in uh, creating the page.
Yeah, because
So if
it had the webinar has the conversion equation in it: interrupt, engage, educate, and offer, and it has the examples in it of what a terrible website was compared to a good website, at least kind of spelled out, right? So hopefully it would pick it up and then do its own research across the web, looking at that conversion equation, anything else that it's tied to make it work.
Yeah, feed that into the ClickFunnels AI funnel builder.
I will. Now I haven't played with it enough to like know its true capabilities, and if it has a memory, in the sense that like you build out your agent before it even starts to build. Like, can you do that, or is it like one-off instances every time you want to build a funnel?
Well, every time it just you go there right there on the front page. Shoot, you know what? You got an account we can go in?
I mean, I got my account.
I've got a couple. I've got one of my agency accounts that I've created, and I've got a couple. No, I can't go on of my other. Yeah, no, I can't go into any of my agency accounts. Up, you know what? I do have it. I do have one for one of my accounts.
The only one that I have labs on it's labs, right?
Uh, it's no, it's just yeah, it's on my it's on your agency account. So all you have to do is create an agency account, which here's one. Let me go ahead and let me share this real quick. Let me share this one here, and then we'll go in here and actually, yeah, we'll make it a demo of the AI funnel builder, which is a great segment, especially especially considering that we're gonna be doing some AI stuff.
Oh, it's the labs. Yeah, I got that on my main thing. I haven't implemented it on any of my other ones.
Yeah. Okay. So do you see that little toggle right here though?
Where?
The
Yeah.
planning mode. Okay.
Yep.
So the planning mode is when you know what, let me take a let me go ahead and throw a prompt in here from that proprietary that proprietary. Let me see here. Hold on. Okay. So let me see here. Hold on. I'm giving up a lot of information right here. And this one here is so let me see what this one is for. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna do this one here. Okay. So here's gonna be the prompt, and this one is actually based off of that proprietary method. Let me go ahead and copy this here, and then I'm gonna put it inside of the chat. And this is just giving you a example of what I do when I am creating these AI powered websites. So let me just paste that in here right here. Boom. All right. So let's read the prompt here. It's just telling it that it's a ClickFunnels certified funnel strategist, conversion researcher, and a direct response copywriter. Design a high converting. This was a one-page bridge funnel with a 10 email sequence using that proprietary method. And then I go on to explain a little bit more about that swipes method. But you see, I kind of focused it to this one website, and you can see right there, right? But I told it, don't copy the page, just model it. So I think it was kind of average what it came up with, but I should have probably left that out. And maybe I could have gotten a little bit of better output that wouldn't have required a little bit more of, a little bit more tweaking to it. But this is what it looks like inside of a ClickFunnels agency account. It's kind of bare bones a little bit, but this one doesn't have any apps built into it. So if you do grab a ClickFunnels agency account, this is what it's going to look like for you. This is what it comes like. This is what it looks like when you just kind of fresh. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit the planning mode. Okay.
Sure.
So then you're gonna see here. All right, and then boom. Did that switch? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Okay. Boom. It go now. It used to kind of, okay, wait a minute. So this is kind of different because it used to do this entire research, but now it's asking you, because I put it in the planning mode, it's asking me questions, and to move forward, they need to know how should we approach it. Do I want the full strategy planning process? I've already analyzed the page. I know the patterns. Just help me build the page. I need a 10 email sequence to get to do it. Okay, what do you think I should do here? Should I do the strategic process, or just know the patterns? Just help me build the page.
Just do the strategic process.
I want the full strategic planning process.
Yeah.
All right. And okay, so it's going to walk us through that proprietary method, market research, and a complete ClickFunnels blueprint. And over here, I can see that they have been working on this because it's changing constantly. But this is really cool. And then you can actually chat with it about it. But I'm going to click that one, the strategic plan, and then hit a next. And all right, and there it is. Looks like it's already perfect. I'll guide you through each phase, gather what we need, and produce a complete blueprint. Let's start with phase A. So it's basically just gonna walk us through that. What do you want the visitors to do? Take action on this page. We want them to sign up, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we want them to sign up. And who is your ideal challenge participant? Which group are you primarily targeting? I think this one's geared towards entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. The way that he's been marketing it is been to, bootstrapping your business as a solopreneur. So I think I'm going to do the entrepreneurs and solopreneurs there. There we go. Next step. All right. Excellent. All right. What's the primary pain point driving them to seek your challenge? I think that they want to save time and automate. And I think that's been one of the key things that's been talked about in his advertisement, right? How Todd has built this AI chief of staff, and now he no longer, he just delegates tasks. I think that's time. So they want to save time and automate, tired of doing repetitive work, and they want AI to handle it, or potentially a team to handle it. Get your AI assistant. And what's the biggest objection or doubt that keeps them from signing up? What do you think? Too technical? Tried AI before? Don't have time? Don't know if this will actually work?
Let's see. Tried AI before.
Skepticism based on past failed attempts or tools. So this is really kind of walking you through Russell's model. All right. And there it goes. Researching high converting AI challenge funnels, bridge pages, and sales patterns for entrepreneurs. All right. Let me capture what we know so far and move into phase B, which is the brainstorming. Let's analyze the actual AI Secrets Challenge page. Do you want it to describe, or do you want to just have it analyze it for us?
Just do it. Analyze.
Analyze it for me?
Yep.
All right. So this is really taking us through a little a little process here. And all right, let me research how do you want to proceed with the swipes analysis? Let's do the 30 seconds thing, or use proven AI challenge patterns to build the blueprint.
Let's just go ahead and build it.
I'll describe the key page elements, quick walkthrough.
Nope, just build it. I ain't got time for all that.
No, that one was just 30 seconds.
No, we don't need to walk through it. They can just build it.
What's the business model behind this challenge? Oh, yep, it's a free 5-day challenge. No payment. Okay, email access.
No. We'll do free challenge with a application call booking.
Application. But you think it's an upsell to a paid course?
Man, we don't do courses. We do.
No, we're talking about the AI challenge, though. Okay, that's cool. All right.
We're doing AI business implementation.
What's the main offer behind the application call?
High ticket consulting productized service.
Even though what we really know, I think it's going to be a continuity offer.
Oh yeah, it always is.
Yeah. Now let's nail down the offer positioning. Who should be the hero of the bridge page? I think it's going to be the results and the case studies. Let the client wins and metrics speak louder than the background.
Well, what if you don't have any? Just do the founder expert.
Your name, face, credentials, and personal story are central. All right. Okay. Excellent. High ticket positioning changes everything. What's your strongest credibility? All right. It will say unique methodology. Okay. Your background, your past success, certifications, or expertise in business marketing. I think it's going to be the methodology or framework, because I think there's some new strategies that are going to be learned here in this challenge. Let's go with that. All right. All right. Next, another question answered. All right. Plan. Whoa. Okay. We got another green light. We got a green light on the goal. We got a green light on the offer. We got a green light on the customer. Now, okay, so what's the design tone and color direction for this? Modern and bold, premium and elegant, tech forward and sleek, trusted and professional. I'm thinking tech forward and sleek, dark mode, tech accents, futuristic feel, emphasizes innovation and cutting edge AI. I just don't want it to bring out, too many. That would just go tech forward and sleek. We are building out. Oh, right. Huh. Yeah. Ooh, I don't like that.
Let's do that one.
Maybe this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is it last? Let AI decide. I don't like those. This one's probably gonna be the all right, so I've selected it. And what is it? Says complete.
All right, so now you got to go to the next one.
No, I don't see any next buttons here.
Well, I can't see from my end.
I've already selected it. I think it might still be thinking. Or it says let AI decide, but I didn't let AI decide. Went with this one, dark, sleek, innovation focused.
All right, well then do the what to build.
No, this is let AI decide.
I know, but you have an unchecked deal to the right. Just click on that.
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't do anything. 4 or 5 sections completed. All of those are complete. That's complete. That's complete. That's complete.
You sure not? You sure you're not zoomed in too far to see the button?
Don't believe so, but we can always zoom it out. Yep, you're right. There it was. There it was.
All right, click use this style.
There it is. There it is. All right. Okay. Yeah, that was it. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. So it's going to work. It's going to work. Buttons, CTAs, objection busting titles, what you need to know. I'll tell you what, I did use it and it created some pretty good headlines and copy for the 10 email sequence. I will give it that. I will give it that. Are you watching out there? Give us a hashtag where you're watching from as we're building out this bridge page live on tonight's episode of Pitch Practice,
The
the
show.
show. We're always doing stuff live. What do you, So what are you excited about coming up this week, Brandon?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get through the week. I got a new client in the automotive industry. I know it's completely out of my niche, but I used to work with this guy for like 6 years. Taught me everything that I knew about proper deals and selling cars, and he wanted to come up with this course. And I've been waiting for this guy for like 3 months, like getting ready to launch, get ready to launch. And then he finally was like, "All right, I'm ready. I signed up for Kajabi." And I'm like, "You did what? Would you do? No, cancel that right now. Just cancel it. You're signing up for this." So obviously, I put him on ClickFunnels, build his deal out. I'm looking at his numbers right now. In the past 7 days, he's hit over 2 grand in the past 7 days with this course. So I'm like, yeah, it's working. So just building that out. Now he wants 2 more iterations, one funnel for finance managers and then one funnel for dealer principals, because we were initially just targeting salespeople looking to get into finance. And I'm like, dude, you're killing me. Because not only do I have to build the course out and edit all the videos that go into the course, and now I got to do 2 more iterations of the funnel. And it's not just, you know,
Building it. You got
yeah,
research.
you got to research, you got to get the copy written, you got to run it through the editors. I mean, thankfully we have AI to do it, and we have the models and all that kind of stuff to feed into it, throw the avatars out with funnel scripts and all that kind of stuff. So it helps, but it still takes hours to do, and it's like, uh, man, that's a lot more work. So I mean, the first build out is going to get me my bronze badge once, he gets enough sales to pay me based on the structure that I put into it. And then these next 2 funnels are going to get paid out a little bit quicker, before I get the main funnel hub and the first funnel built out, which I still gotta work on, along with like blog pages and all that kind of stuff. So he wanted his first deal to go live in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, dude, like, what are you thinking? 2 weeks? No, I was like, I'll be lucky to be able to do it. Thankfully, I was able to do it and get it launched, and he's able to collect, which is he's been able to do. And he's almost at the. If I look at his deals, I'm not going to
I'm,
share like full
I'm just
numbers.
I'm just working in the background. It's
Yeah.
worked and it filled everything. And it's just going to say build my funnel. Okay.
So less the junk orders. So let me do some math here. Less the junk orders.
AI may make unintended changes. Design. Let's go ahead and build my funnel. All right, there it is. And you can see it just pop right in there, pop right in the editor, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about using this AI funnel builder is because it's not just building you a website that you have to find somewhere to host. It's building it directly inside of your ClickFunnels account where you can go in and actually change things, add things, and move things around. For people that aren't tech savvy like myself, and people that aren't wanting to really dive that deep, because you can, oh my gosh, how deep down the rabbit hole can you go? I'll
Oh,
tell you,
it's crazy deep.
because the other day I was like, the problem with the daily draft, right, was that the C name was not flattening out the domain, and I had to it's like French stuff, right? It's like gosh, why can't you use another domain to and it's like, why would they make daily draft like that though? You saw what the problem is, right?
Yeah, if that truly is the problem, like I use Cloudflare, so there's usually no issues with anything being hooked up to it. I did the newsletter.brandongrowthlab.com and go sign up there, and it works. So I had some issues with regards to how my account was set up, and that got taken care of today. So now I can do auto drafts. So every Tuesday, I'm going to get a draft, and I'm going to end up sending it out on Wednesdays, or at least publishing it on Wednesdays. But I got to get more people signed up to it. And I was a little upset to find that people that signed up on Daily Draft, or people that signed up on my ClickFunnels account itself, did not get the email. It ended up filtering out the email addresses that it matched to my ClickFunnels system to send it out. So I gotta reach out again and be like, this might be a little bit of a bug in
Well,
the sense that if it's hooked up to ClickFunnels and you're sending an email out, like it should send it out to your whole list.
but not if they didn't subscribe to your newsletter though. But I
But
think there is an option for you to add your contacts. If you go inside daily drafts, you
yeah,
can
you can
add.
upload. I know you can upload. That's just pain in
Yeah,
the butt. Like you shouldn't have to do that. If it's hooked up
I think
to
no,
your autoresponder, if it's hooked up to your autoresponder, it should send it out regardless.
I don't
That's
think
that's how it
so.
should be.
I don't think so, because everybody didn't sign up to receive your newsletter. So
Well,
there could be people on my email list that I may not want to receive that. And I could definitely understand that too, because I don't, I want them to receive it if they've opted into it. Now, what I could do, send an email out and let them know that, hey, I've got this new newsletter I'd like for you to be a part of. Let me get your permission, but not just send it out. They
nah,
may
just
not
send it
want
out.
it. Huh?
Just send it out. Russell
Just
just sent his out. When you opted in to his initial deal, you're getting his soap opera sequence, you're getting his Seinfeld emails, and you're getting his newsletter. He just sends it. He doesn't segment. He just sends it out. So just
I
send it
guess.
out.
Okay. All right. So looks like we're done.
Yeah, looks like it. Let's
And
see what it looks like. It looks like it builds the same template for every funnel. It doesn't matter.
no, it does. That's not true. That's not true. This is
I just built one and I'll show you.
but
I, I was
I've
doing it in the
had
background.
I've had much different pages built out than these. It yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
let me show you mine.
it could have been a lot better. That was kind of unfortunately, that was kind of anticlimactic. I'm like, wait a minute. It took it took 30 minutes to come up with this. This could have been a template. I'm sorry. I'm like, man, dude.
Look, it still needs
Somebody,
work. It still needs work. Like it's still figuring itself out.
And
It'll get better.
no, I think that I have gotten better results out of it for sure. I have gotten better results out of it for sure. I think I just didn't, I think you just didn't give it enough context to go out there and do more research. That could have been a little better.
Here's mine if you want to show mine.
All right, hold on.
I was just working the background. I didn't go as intense with your deal. I just clicked the one button. It's like I'm a coach, consultant, or whatever, and then I help people scale. And great, build the funnel. And this is what mine look like. 6-figure founders ready to scale to 7 figures without burning out or guessing your way there. Proven framework, weekly one-on-one strategies, apply for the call. This is the application funnel. And it does the limited feature there. You can't really see it, but 8 application slots available this month. Some metrics, and then a little bit of a pain point here in the middle. Talks a little bit about the framework. I've scaled, and then this is where you put my picture here, meet your coach. But as far as like color scheme and everything, it looks exactly like yours.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
it's interesting because I've had it do much better than that. I don't know if the changes, or maybe I just need to, I did give it some specific one page to look at, when maybe I should have just told it to go out there and research the high converting bridge pages instead of giving it that example, because it's not really expanding its ability. I always say that AI is not really intelligent. It's just a very good gopher. It's about good. What's up? Who's out there in the comments? Give us a hashtag where you're watching from in the comments. Let us know who you are. We see you. What's up, everybody? What did you think about the funnel that we just built in the AI funnel builder? Was it, you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, or no thumbs at all? Facebook has a thumbs down button now.
Does it?
At least on mobile. At least on mobile. I don't know if I've seen anybody use it though.
I haven't seen it on mine. Maybe I haven't got the app updated yet.
It's on the mobile app. Definitely, it's a thumbs down. You can give posts thumbs down now.
I'm gonna give everybody thumbs down.
Oh yeah, so that's how you can get rid of posts that you don't like. That was kind of it was like, yeah. That's what happens when you go live, right? That's what happens when you go live. It takes longer than expected. Yeah, but I think last week we did start that newsletter that we didn't get to finish, but it ended up finishing by the next day. We did it last Wednesday.
Yeah, show it. What it come out and look like?
What did it look like?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on, man. I thought it. Oh wow. It drafted me another one. I didn't even realize that. Shoot, it just went on and drafted me one. That's freaking cool.
Well, you set it to auto draft weekly, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What do you expect?
I did. You want to see the very first?
I want to see the first one.
The very first episode. Let me get this up here real quick. Let me bring this up. And I think, like I said, I've been able to actually come in here. Oh no, you know what? I haven't really published them yet. I have not published them yet, but we can look at the We can't look at the episode. We can't look at it though. And yep, this one has 0 subscribers, but I want a couple more features to be added in this. I want a couple more features to be added in the daily draft, and one of those is I want to be able to. I think I at least one of the advantages of having the back end access to the developers that are working on these tools, or that we can go straight to them and say, hey, you need to do this, right? Hey, can you fix this? So I did. I went straight to the developers and I said, hey, I want to be able to actually add and remove uh, team members. And I also want to be able to add team members and only give them access to one newsletter. Because as you see over here, got a few newsletters going on. And this is it. This is it. I think what I liked about it was the articles that it came up with, and I like this one right here. This was pretty cool. 16 Southern recipes that you've probably never tried. And then it talks about some cooking classes, museum cooking classes, and then it did add some recipes here. So I think with the right prompting, and I think I told you also that I did learn. I can show you here, but there are markdowns that you can do, right? You know the markdowns.
I've heard of them. I haven't really learned exactly what they are. Probably need to find a YouTube video on how to actually use them.
Okay, so the markdowns are just like, for example, here, these are kind of the markdowns right here. If how to insert these content blocks, you just insert this in the copy. Urgent announcement, feedback request. And hold on, I think if I remember, yeah, it shows you exactly what it looks like. So for example, let's see here. If you want it to be a social follow, you're going to put the double curly Q's and the brackets, and then this is what it would look like. It's going to give you this kind of a look. No, I'm sorry. This is how you would write it in the newsletter. And this is the preview of what it would look like.
Yeah, and in the parentheses, you got to put your actual link. So
Yep.
that's how that works.
Yep. And then it's going to show up here, and you're going to be able to just click that. And then all you'll do is, there's certain markdowns for the capital letters. There's certain markdowns for the italics. And there are also certain, see, that one just drafted yesterday. And there are also certain for this right here, for this header, how to add links, how to add photos, and see how that header with the background, and then you can also do a design. So I like that because it lets you actually add your own article if you want. If you wanted to, you could customize it with articles that you've personally researched, and click the links to. And
so here's how I would edit it. I wouldn't go into all that mess. I would grab the code, like when you do the editor, I would throw it into either GPT or Claude. I'd be like, hey, this is my current newsletter. I want to add these 3 articles to it. Write it in a similar fashion that the current markdown and the code is in. Summarize it, et cetera, et cetera. Give me the code out, paste it back in there, rock and roll. I ain't got time to figure all that out with all the typing. And that is the easiest and best way that I would know how to do that, and how probably 99% of everybody else should edit their newsletter as well. because I think I did that with one of my original ones I never posted. But I mean, it's good to know how to do it and what needs to be done. That way, if you find an error, you can say, "Hey, this is the deal." But yeah, I would take all of that, copy it into Claude, and say, here's the article I want you to throw in there. Fit it in here to in a way that keeps a good flow and makes sense, and that's it.
That's another way to do it too. And that's the way that 0.1% of the people can do it. So if you're the 0.1% crazy, then do it my way. If you're not, then do it Brandon's way.
Hey, look, I just don't want any errors. If it's already given the template, if AI has already given the template, it's pretty good at following it. And if you're good at giving instructions and telling it exactly what you want, that's where you're going to win. If you're bad at delegating and explaining exactly what you want, then you're going to be terrible at working with AI. Because that's it.
You're going to spend 20 minutes actually trying to prompt it to get it right when you could just copy and paste and do that in 5 minutes.
Nah.
But it just depends. It depends on the output that you get, because you know how you talked about it. Sometimes using the AI kind of adds a little time element to it, depending on if it understands you or not, or it might work either way. It might work either way, especially if if you already have a because it's nothing more than having an idea of that article. And if you know that article, then you just can tell it to write a little quick summary of it, and then in the in your newsletter, just write your little summary, and then the read more could link out to the article. Or if you're like, like for me, I just have a lot of, and I do it on purpose. I have a lot of content, and it's like when you're in a blog or something like that, and you come up on a little phrase, and you might link a couple words out to some external content. And I like to keep my my little library of things that can link out to my stuff. Backlinks. Give it some SEO juice. Or give it some now it's more like AEO juice.
Yeah, because everything is coming up with the AI now. I mean, you Google the littlest thing and it's Google AI's first thing that pops up. So you got to have that all that stuff there.
You do. And I do want to, yep. All right, cool. Let me see here. Hold on. Why is this here? I'm going to just remove that one and stop sharing. Yep, remove the source. Get us back here. And I think challenge coming in just a few days. And here's why I am most excited about this launch than any in a long time, because Russell and Todd have never taught this publicly. They have never taught this publicly. And what they'll be sharing over 5 days is the exact AI playbook that the ClickFunnels team has been running internally. The prompts, the systems, and the workflows that are quietly changing how the company operates. And the timing couldn't be better, because every business owner is asking, how do I actually use AI in my business? And this challenge is the answer that we get to share with them. There's 2 important things that you really need to know about this challenge. And one of those is the key dates. Monday, April the 27th is when the challenge kicks off live with Russell at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's going to be your first VIP session. So if you have not joined the challenge, you check around this video for a link to get signed up. Key dates are dropping Monday, April the 27th. All right, I got my little promo in, Brandon. You want to get one in?
Yeah, challenge starts Monday, folks. Okay. My comment: you're actually going to get a guy that's going to make sure that your business is even ready to take this challenge. Which most businesses, they're really not, but this challenge will help you with that. So if you go to the comment section in this video, you can get my free guide. 5-step checklist. Make sure that you are ready and set up to get into this challenge. Plus, as a bonus, I'm going to give you 100 marketing prompts for your business that covers everything from social to blog posts to SEO, reputation management, all that. Just go to brandongrowthlab.com/AI guide. Put the www on there because I haven't fixed that yet. So it's in the comment below, but it is ready to go in the comments right now.
All right, that's gonna get clipped. What are you looking forward to in that challenge? What are your thoughts? I don't know. I'll tell you that I've been watching lately, just seeing a difference in the content, and I think we both saw just yesterday. Russell did a completely AI generated video. Completely generated AI video. Now, I didn't get a chance to actually look at. I just kind of glanced at it on my phone, and I thought, "What in the world is that?" But and it was interesting because Russell actually did an experiment about the an AI clone, and what he did was he ran the same ad. No, he ran an AI version of himself to two different audiences. He ran it to an audience of people who know, like, and trust him, and then he ran that same AI ad to a completely cold audience. But then he also added another layer on that, and he ran a baby version of himself, AI, to his audience that knows, likes, and trusts him. And then he ran the same baby AI version of himself to a completely cold audience. Did you happen to see the results of that experiment? It was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I saw the video where he talked about it, and I know when it came to the first one that he did of himself that was AI, it performed better on the cold audiences uh, than warm, because warm audiences, they know Russell, they know who he is. They were probably not, one, expecting it, or two, on board with him going AI. Like it just kind of cheapened his brand a little bit there
Mhm.
at this point in time. And then with the baby, the warm audiences liked the baby, and the cold audience didn't, because the cold audience didn't know who he was or what he was doing and why baby's talking to him. But the warm audience liked him because it was a novelty, because they've always seen him as, Russell or whatever, and they knew it was AI, and they knew he was just kind of playing around with it, having fun and things like that. So there's a fine line when it comes to this AI stuff. Like if you're known, um, and you do something weird and strange, like that kind of interrupts there's a pattern interrupt, people are a little bit more on board with that. If you're unknown and you do something that's more of a pattern interrupt, like the E-Trade baby thing, that I talk about in my webinar, it's like it probably won't hit. Now, back in the day with the baby thing with E-Trade, it hit. A couple reasons. One, it was actually a real baby. They were just dubbing over the mouth and having him speak, right? And it was a novelty. Two, people knew what E-Trade was, and three, it was the dot-com boom, so everybody was doing everything online, right? So it was just kind of that mix. Nowadays, it's a little different. Everybody's overwhelmed with AI. Some care, some don't care, and they just, is what it is at some point. But I was surprised with the results. I personally didn't like the AI Russell. initially, but I got a kick out of the baby thing just because it was different and it was a novelty.
Right, right. Because the baby was familiar to us because we thought it was novelty because we knew Russell. But when we saw the AI Russell, it was like, what? What is that? What's he doing? What is, what is he trying? Who's he trying to fool with this AI version? But it was interesting for him to conduct that experiment and then come out with that completely AI. What was it? Pearl Harbor or something? I still haven't watched it, but I was like, I didn't even get it. What was it? What was it about?
So it was just like a back in time type video.
Do you have it?
No, it's probably expired by now.
But it was, I think he posted it on, did he post it on Facebook too?
It was a Facebook story.
It was a story?
It was, so it's gone now because it's been over 24 hours for sure. Let me see if it was on Instagram.
Yeah, because I saw it on Instagram. I saw it on Instagram.
But I don't know if it was a story, if it was a video.
I got this little alert on my phone and I looked and I was like, that is obviously
yeah, here it is.
That was obviously AI, and I was kind of baffled. What was it about? What was the message? All right, I'm going to bring it on.
Writing to my mom, sir. I write her every Sunday without fail. Let her know I'm safe.
Make sure you tell her you love her. Use those exact words. Today of all days, make sure she knows. I can see them. On the horizon, 183 aircraft flying in at 50 feet above the water so the torpedoes work in a shallow harbor. I've watched the movie. I know what happens next. 7:55 a.m. They're here. Japanese torpedo bombers coming in so low I can almost see the pilots. Those sailors on the dock had no idea. 60 seconds ago, everything was fine. 8:10 a.m. A single bomb just hit the USS Arizona's ammunition magazine. She exploded in under a second. 1,177 men gone. The wreck is still on the harbor floor today. She never came home. They saw every single sign. The submarine at 6:45, the radar at 7:02, the diplomatic cables. They saw all of it. 20,403 people died today because somebody decided not to pay attention. Don't be that person. I'm at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, in the year 1941. It's Sunday morning, December 7th, and a radar operator just spotted 183 Japanese aircraft heading straight for this island.
So that was the beginning of it. I didn't know how to rewind it.
Okay, that was the beginning right there, huh?
Yep. I didn't know how to rewind it because it already started playing when I pulled it up. But yeah, so I mean, I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't know it was on Instagram, but I just found it here on his reels, and it basically he's like equating Pearl Harbor to business and entrepreneurship. Is like, don't ignore the signals of something bad happening, whether it's a bad review, market shift, something, right? Just don't ignore the signals so you can grow your business. But these comments are kind of interesting. It's like this person here says, I prefer the real Russell. Some people said it was cool. Wow, we can make our own movies now. Use case for AI video, doing things creative and not possible otherwise. So that's kind of cool.
That's what I was wondering. What are the comments saying?
Yeah, there's not that very many of them, but most of them saying they're pretty cool. I mean, I think it's a good concept. It was definitely a scroll stopper when I saw it on the stories there. I definitely watched a couple times to try to figure it out, like what he was doing, because I saw it on stories and not reels. I didn't quite get it, but I mean, as far as the quality of the video goes, I think it's pretty good. The likeness is there. I mean, it's not like doctored up. Everything looked consistent across all the scenes. I think, and I'm like super jealous because again, when I do videos like this, it looks like V1 of Will Smith eating spaghetti every single time. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm not paying enough money for the right tools.
Right. But I think that more than likely, if it was a cold audience, like he talks about, a cold audience no, I think you still know it's AI. Of course, we know it's AI because no one's at Pearl Harbor in
Yeah.
the day and age. I guess so. It's obvious AI, but that was interesting, and that was interesting why he chose that scenario. I'm gonna ask him.
Okay. I mean, I'm friends with him. I'll ask him. Stop
Hey,
clapping into the microphone.
hey, Russell. Hey, Russell. Why choose Pearl Harbor? If you're watching or listening, why choose Pearl Harbor? Let us know down in the comments, Russell. This is from your friend, Brandon.
Yeah.
He's your Facebook friend. If you don't believe it, check it. Cool. All right. That was a good way to end it. All right, cool. So I've actually seen it now. All right. Awesome. All right. That's about it for the night. We're at the top of the hour. Thanks for hanging in there to the end. Make sure to join us next week. We're starting Monday, bright and early. That's AI Secrets Challenge. Make sure to check out the Brandon Growth Lab /AI -guide, right?
Yep. It's in the comment below in my video. Click it, opt in. You ain't got to pay for it. It'll immediately get sent to your inbox, but it will take you to the challenge page directly where you can sign up for free and join the challenge.
Awesome. You'll learn how to actually use AI in your business, the prompts, the systems, and the workflows that are quietly changing how companies operate. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone. We'll see you next week. Remember, keep making the world a better place, one funnel at a time. All right.